Welcome back for my final installment of my Appalachian Trail section hike from Mountains Crossing, or Neel Gap, as it's really known on the trail, to Dix Creek's Gap. This is the scene from in the morning from Powell Mountain Shelter. Powell Mountain Shelter is up on top of a ridge, but it's not an exposed ridge, so there's trees everywhere and you can't really see except for this one outlook you could see. This is in the morning, so you couldn't really see the sun coming up, but you could see it as it painted the sky. So this is undoubtedly looking south, and it was from a campsite, so if you're going to take advantage of this view, you kind of have to either get there when there's nobody camping at this site or invade somebody's campsite. When I was there was only one person that was not staying at the shelter, and they weren't at this campsite, and they were hanging in their hammock, so they were hammock camping. But anyway, this is in the morning when I got up, and off a pretty view to see this coming off there. And as I'd indicated at the shelter, there was 4 of us that stayed there for the night. The guy on the left was a hammock camper, and the folks in the center, the 2 on in the very center, were the folks that came in at 2 o'clock in the morning, if you heard from my last episode. And the guy on the right was the one that was trying to dry his clothes out and wound up destroying most of them, melting them or burning them. But in any case, this is what the shelter looks like. It does have a privy, it does have a water source. The water source is coming out of a spring, but it's down around. The spring is coming out of a kind of a concrete basin, and it's right next to a foundation. So there must have been some type of homestead, or maybe there was a tower here, and this was a ranger station at one point in time. Anyway, we'll continue on with my hike. Well, I left Powell Mountain Shelter about 8:15ish, 8:30, something like that. Just past the swag of the Blue Ridge. Unfortunately, the sign has been vandalized. It's been split in half, broken in half. It's like they threw part of it away. Obviously not mounted on the signpost anymore. That's a shame. It's kind of an iconic place. Been mainly ups and downs. Neither one of them have been significant, I guess. So far, the only big climb I got is Kelly Knob. And that's coming up in, I don't know, 3 miles or so. So I just kind of got a lot of ups and downs till then. Minor ups and downs. Started out wide open. The climb down, or the descent down from the shelter was hard on my knee. Brutal. I think it feels like it's emanating from the front of it. When it gets really sore, I can feel it going down the front of my leg, so I think it's a ACL. I don't know. I'm not a medical doctor, and I definitely didn't stay in a Holiday Inn Express last night. So, climbs, I'm good. Straights, I'm good. Downhill, not so good. So if you're a medical person and you have a clue what that is, leave a comment. Or if you're not a medical person, you stayed in a Holiday Inn Express last night, leave a clue. Leave a comment. I'd like to know where to start. Keep hearing the word acupuncture. You know, I don't have a problem with this normally, day-to-day living. So, I don't know how that would work, but anyhow, feels like it's up underneath the kneecap and then down. Anyhow, so far so good. I'll be coming out today. Supposed to rain tomorrow, this Sunday. There's a 60% chance of rain tomorrow, and then 70% rest of the week. So I got a little heated back there, almost a little lightheaded. I think I was
Go a little too fast. I don't know. Hadn't experienced that before. But had to have some big climbs. Sure, I'm dehydrated, but I feel like I've been drinking enough water. Although last night I went up to go to the Privy 3 times to get rid of water, so it's hard for me to believe I'm dehydrated with that. But anyhow, oh, here comes a big up. I'll leave you be. Alright, I'm at Addis Gap. I got about 5.3 miles to Dix Creek Gap, which is my terminus for this trip. I'm looking forward to it, to be honest with you. I got 2 more climbs. This one is going to be a booger. It's going to be Kelly Knob. It's about 800 feet in a mile. That's pretty significant. I just got through walking to the water here, half a mile down, half a mile back up. So I'm watered up, ready to go. All right, I'll continue on. There's where I'm going. Where'd it go? There's where I came from. All right, last big pull of the day, of the trip. So here we go. By the way, I did stop here at Addis Gap, had me some lunch, get me some carbs in me, some protein. Had a pasta meal. I was dreaming about that last night. Some turkey jerky for protein. Watered up. Pack's gonna be really heavy after all that water. But I figure that's all I had. But anyway, this is kind of the Addis Gap campsite. So there's several campsites in here. Alright, let me put this heathen back on. Been various places throughout here where I've noticed something rooting. And I've seen some comments about some wild boars and stuff. So I figure they're rooting for grubs. Could be bear, but I don't know. Well, they have turned all that soil up. I've seen a lot of grubs in the middle of the trail, so whatever it is, eating them. But this has been pretty much along the whole trip. Alright. Well, I'm just past Kelly Knob. That was a heck of a grind. You get up to the top and it's very anticlimactic. You can't see squat. I mean, really? You like to have some type of great view for your trouble, but nah, just another downhill. I must say that I know I did North Carolina and Springer or Neel's before it got greened up really good, but wow, there's just really not a lot of great views on this trip. Going on the way to Powell Mountain. Got another gap to go through, and then I go up Powell Mountain, which is not near as much a climb as I just did. And there's supposed to be a really nice view 1/10 of a mile off the trail. So hopefully I'll get at least a view while I'm here. But so far there ain't nothing like Rome Mountain area. Leave me a comment. Tell me what your favorite area of the trail is down south. Let's say south of Virginia. Of course there's Match Patch. What other good places are there besides the obvious ones? This is Powell Mountain Vista. About the only vista I've seen. Not sure what lake that is out there. Pretty good sized lake though. See for a long, long ways. I guess that ridge line, that spur going down there is what I'm getting ready to hike down. Got about 2.5 miles. Most of it's down. So my knees loving that. In any case, 2.5 miles, I should be back the truck somewhere around 1.5 hours. Maybe a little longer, given that it's all downhill and I haven't taken my time so much. But anyway, this is the last vista. I'm on the home stretch now, coming into Dix Creek Gap. Well, I can hear cars. They must be getting close to the gap. That's without a doubt the hardest 2.5 miles I've done the whole trip. And I'll be honest with you, there ain't no gas in the tank. Now some of that, I hope a lot of it, in fact, I didn't sleep good the first night. Saw every hour. And then last night, I was having trouble getting to sleep. And these guys came in at 1:30 that had been to town. And call them ne'er-do-wells. They were smoking dope and brought in 3 things of moonshine with them. So that's why I call them ne'er-do-wells. But it was 1:30 and they came here with their white lights flashing and making all kind of racket, talking at the top of their voice, slamming their pack down on the shelter floor. If y'all ever night hike and do something like that, don't be that guy. So then it took me about an hour to get to sleep after that. And then the guy woke up at 7 and started making racket again. And he had a Mylar sheet that he used under him, I guess, for R value, although he didn't need R value this time of year. In any case, every time he'd roll over or sneeze, or he'd make this crinkly sound like somebody stepping on a bag of potato chips. Don't be that guy or girl. So anyway, I'm pretty exhausted. Normally I don't look forward to getting to the truck, but I am today. Getting me some town food and getting home to my bed, my shower. We'll wrap this thing up when we get down to the gap. Hopefully that's going to be real soon. Alright, chat with you in a bit. Well, you can tell by the sign, I'm here at my end. Almost my end. I got another 1/2 mile walk to get to my truck on the highway. In any case, I've had a great time. Had some knee problems, feet problems, sleep problems. But as they say, a bad day on the trail is better than a good day at the work. So in any case, I'm glad to be done for once. I look forward to getting back out here again. If you found anything you liked about this series that I've done, from mountain crossings to Dix Creek, or this last one here from Trey Mountain to Dix Creek, give me a thumbs up. I'd love to hear a comment from you about my knee or anything else. Hit that big old red subscribe button down there, or hit my face at the end of this video to subscribe. And as always, appreciate you, and we'll see you out here.